football, baby.
Birds aren't real.
They're not.
Pigeons aren't real. Pigeons are kind of like the win from the Patriots on Sunday. Just don't quite feel real. Don't quite feel right. It's confusing. It was a confusing win the whole goddamn game. I took it in from
Very confusing.
a 4-year-old's birthday party, and with the mindset going in that they were going to get smoked, and I really was half paying attention. Unlike our duteous friend Raymond, who kept impeccable notes that we'll surely go through. And this recap of Week 8. Copious notes. Week 8 win, Patriots over the Jets. Can't believe we're saying that, 22-25. Let's kick it off with, as we always do, with some opening takes. Just some brief opening takes from the game on Sunday. Ray, you're under suspension. You get to go first.
Thank you there, Richard. The game was boring. The game lacked any excitement until the last 2 minutes, and the Patriots should have lost that game. Like, you shouldn't be taking any victory laps or anything like that. You were handing the Jets the game. Aaron Rodgers is not Aaron Rodgers of old. He is old Aaron Rodgers. He looks like shit. Pass interference calls, once again, ruining the Patriots secondary. This was just like a hand bow-tied gift to the Jets that you should have won, and the Patriots just poo-pooed all over that gift.
Yet again, the bottom of the totem pole of dumb shows his true stupidity. There's nothing but positivity that you can take from a win when you were a 1-6 football team who was just called out by your coach that made national headlines for being soft. They came up and in mostly every aspect that they could back it up of proving quote unquote not soft. That's what they did. There was an emphasis on it. You got good play from your backup quarterback. You had a game winning drive, a 4th and goal game winning drive. It wasn't blown. From a 1-6 football team, that's almost as good as you can ask for. Obviously, we can pick it apart left and right. The roster still blows. There's still massive questions mark on the coaching, but I'll take that win, especially over the Jets and especially over that douchebag Aaron Rodgers. Are you kidding me? So, no, we're not calling playoffs, even though they're only 2 games out in a shitty AFC, which is kind of remarkable, and you have a chance at a winning streak. Dare I say, against a team almost as equally as bad as you next weekend, the Titans. But no, they're not anything special, right? But that was a good game, good win. Are you fucking kidding me? It's their second win of the season. You know, they executed down the stretch, and they responded to their coach calling them out. What did you want them to do? Bobby?
Raymond's moody today. Just give him a break here. But I unfortunately do agree with Ray. That win was more about the Jets' ineptitude than the Patriots' aptitude. I'll take the wins as they come. There was a response from the team, which we'll discuss. They did respond to the criticism, but the Jets are an all-time joke of a franchise, and they proved it with that performance.
That's fine. Yeah, you guys can think what you want. You're wrong. That's fine. We're going to be talking about that. We'll run through the game, run through the key aspects of it. We'll find out, I guess, how badly they do suck according to you, Tools. In addition to some of the Jets' ineptitudes. All things Patriots Jets from Sunday, 25-22 win for the Patriots. Welcome to the show. The Celtics are dumb front-running pussies. This is the same team they have been for 4 years running.
Well, my worst nightmare came true. Missoula and Mayo are friends. What the fuck? Apparently they've known each other since Virginia. They have these docking sessions where they talk about ball and managing people.
Vacation. I'm gonna quay all these. I'm gonna fucking watch them this week.
Do you say quay?
Is it not quay?
It's Q. It's Q. It's Q-U-E. You idiot.
One sec, just finishing up my insult to Bobby in the chat.
Well done.
There you go. Bobby is in his car, presumably at work. Although that's we haven't actually confirmed that Bobby the banker is a banker. And he's on wireless headphones. And I said I'd rather listen to Ray's mom bitch about her UTI than Bobby and his wireless headphone Hyundai. So there's a little insight behind the fourth wall. We'll see what we can do about getting Bobby a mic. I say look. This show is a little bit off the rails as always every week. Generally, we're coming here off a loss, so I'm a little bit scatterbrained myself coming in off a win. Again, it doesn't feel right. It's confusing. We've got pros, cons, and observations from Bobby, which are always a hit. But seeing as Ray and his dutiful, are you lefty or righty, Ray?
Righty.
This is on your phone. I just like the visual of Ray in his armchair with his readers jotting down his notes as he watches the Patriots. It's nice. Yeah, exactly. Just for an example, we're not going to do all of these, but this is what we get this morning. Patriots Jets notes. I also do notes, but mostly it's just like scribbling swear words after they fuck up on certain plays. Ray, first one, Patriots first drive, 3 and out, 2 runs, 1 pass. Just jotting down the full game. I love it. So let's skip the boring shit. Let's just take Dr. Big Mac's recap of the game. Then we'll get Bobby's pros, cons, and observations and some thoughts on that. Stop me when anything stands out, okay? Patriots second drive, touchdown drive, quick passes. Got Patriots 2 first downs. Made tucks and runs for 11. Ray writes in parentheses something Brissett couldn't do, although he proved your ass wrong later.
Well, yeah, I mean, I didn't know he was going to.
I hate the zone runs, Ray says. Rhamondre is a downhill runner up the middle. He isn't fast enough to get to the edge. Care to comment on that?
Yeah, I just don't like the zone run scheme. I mean, you got Antonio Gibson and Rhamondre. They're north-south guys. They're not east-west guys, and that's what the whole zone scheme is. And I just fucking hate it because it doesn't seem like you can catch the edge.
Yeah, there's also...
They never run it effectively. No, I'm in agreement.
Yeah, there's a team effort to that, too. The offensive line has to be on the same page for zone running, and seeing as they've had like 8 different offensive line combinations.
In 8 weeks, yeah.
Probably not the best idea. 2.5 yards per carry, evidence of that as well at the end of the game. But a nice game for Stevenson, which we can get to. Patriots red zone, 17. I think it was a 17, but Ray writes 18-yard scramble from Drake Maye. Touchdown Drake Maye on the wheels, 7-0. Ray puts in parentheses Mayo and AVP with a flamboyant celebration. I missed this. What was it? Can you recreate it, perhaps?
They stand up and they do the foot thing, like they do the foot tap 3 times and then they do like a slap, and it was just the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I don't know why they thought that was acceptable to do on the sideline.
Yep, stupid. I missed it.
My other thing was I couldn't believe AVP could get his leg up that high.
When the way you were motioning there in your chair, I thought you were like going to do some crotch smashing, which would have been
way better
technically a little bit, but probably cooler.
Yeah.
So there you go. So, we move on in the game. Jets second drive, the touchdown drive for the Jets. 3rd and 9, pass interference on Christian Gonzalez down the sideline, which I thought was one of DPIs. Was certainly could be a story in this game. That one was weak.
Yeah.
I want to hear about that. But the Jets go on to score on this drive with 2 defensive pass interferences. The second one in Christian Ellis was clearly a pass interference. That guy should not be playing defense, certainly not in coverage. But the one on Christian Gonzalez, that feels like an NFL. We need to keep this game close kind of flag. That was not a defensive pass interference.
No.
Any thoughts on the DPIs in this game or the refereeing while we're here?
The refereeing in this game. The refereeing in these games has just been utterly atrocious. The Patriots can barely catch a call this whole season, not to mention the play that knocks out Drake Maye. He gets bulldozed in the side of his head, which doesn't catch a flag.
Yeah, I don't know if it was one-sided. It felt one-sided, but try not to be biased on that. I think they got away with a couple too. A couple no calls, but yeah, NFL reffing is a problem. The defensive pass interference, let them play. That one on Gonzalez was bad. 3rd down drive, kept going. The one on 3rd down pass interference in Christian Ellis, as I mentioned, Ray. I mean, he just drove the fucking passer into the sideline.
The biggest thing on that second drive, though, is 1:31 left in the first quarter, and the Jets used up all 3 timeouts of the half. Like, we think that Mayo can't handle the clock management. The Jets just like upped the ante and said, watch this. We're going to use all of our timeouts because apparently they weren't getting the calls in time. Like, everything was slow to Rodgers, so everything was taking way too long, and the play clock was going zeros on 3 plays, and they had to burn all 3 timeouts because of the clock management. Like, they couldn't get the plays in.
A sign of the
They have no
ineptitude
idea
that you
what
guys
they're doing.
both.
I mean, I think that getting rid of Salah was a mistake at this point.
Yeah.
Well, they had a problem with it earlier in the year with Rodgers too. Something about Rodgers' cadence and getting used to it. And Salah said, maybe Rodgers needs to fix that. And Rodgers said maybe they need to take accountability. Then Salah gets fired and they use all 3 timeouts in 1 quarter because Rodgers needs to run the play clock down to 0. That guy sucks. He's a douche. Regardless, they get the touchdown, Tyler Conklin, in a lot of traffic there. And then they go on to miss the extra point, another point of evidence of the Jets' ineptitude. Which we'll see more from the kicking game. Then you got a Maye sack, Maye to Boutte drop. A key story out of this game will be the wide receiver drops for sure. We saw the first one by Boutte on the 3rd drive for the Patriots. Moving ahead, 3rd drive. You said Rodgers looks like the old Rodgers.
He was slinging it in that 3rd drive. He was he 1st and 1 and the touchdown to Gibson. He looked good. He looked like the Rodgers of old. He had a clean pocket for most of it, and he was just slinging the ball all over the place. I think that was the first one to Garrett Wilson over the shoulder. He mossed Marcus Jones on one of them. So yeah, that was the first drive of that nature where he actually looked good and was finding receivers.
They're going 13-7. That pass to the running back there, Gibson, was. Nice catch, nice throw for sure. 13-7 Jets. This is where we find out Maye has the concussion, as you put. Although Maye's not a cunt, we like him. He's our best player. So
no, but that's what happens when you get a concussion. You're a cunt.
Oh, I see. Before halftime, I think the biggest news there is Patriots start the drive, 2 timeouts, and as you put, Ray, the boo birds come out as they're losing 13-7. Drake Maye is out. Jacoby Brissett is in, and hope is at a kind of a
very low place in Foxborough. But the other thing, too, is they had -2 yards in the 2nd quarter going up to that 5th drive. I mean, they started the drive with -2 yards. They get the ball back, and they're kicking off to start the second half because the Jets deferred in the first half. So you have 2 timeouts, start slinging the ball. Who gives a shit? Like, you're not going to get the ball back, so why don't you try to play for the lead for their halftime? They don't do it, and they just run out the clock.
I strongly considered not watching the second half at that point.
Yeah.
I wouldn't blame you.
That's where I was at that point in the game.
I was in and out of most of it. After the half, they get a nice jolt from Marcus Jones and the 62-yard punt returned. The defense stops the Jets. 1st and 10 from the 27. Brissett to Boutte for a 1st down. Rhamondre Stevenson 4-yard run on the touchdown. You take the lead 14-13 Patriots. And really it was a game from there. Their second half, I know you said it was a boring game, Ray. The first half you could say that was the case. But, there were some plays to be made, and Jets come down, kick a field goal, take the lead 16-14. Patriots, bad holding call off a 39-yard play from Hunter Henry. Comes right back, holding, not as many penalties in this game for the Patriots, 5 for 50 yards, but that holding on the Henry play was certainly the biggest one of them. Again, when you have a team with such minimal margin of error, it's those type of plays where I was watching live. Oh, ball game, the game's over. That's just what it feels like every fucking time they make a bad play. But that holding hurt for sure.
On that 7th drive, though, with the Gibson fumble, that was an actually pretty good play that they schemed up. They had 2 running backs in the backfield. I think it was Rhamondre, or it could have been Hastings, but they faked it to the Rhamondre, but gave it to Gibson, and it was like, oh shit, this is they have some creativity. AVP has it in him that he can have some creative plays in the playbook. That was kind of cool to see on that drive.
A dash of hope. If you don't stop fucking with your mic or your keyboard or something, scratching and bumbling, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind.
Me?
Probably. I would have guessed it's you. We're back to
you can see mine, so it's not me. So it must be Raymond.
It's not me, man.
Shut up. Jets, we're back to the Jets kicking game. Ninth drive in the fourth quarter. Here we are. Rodgers to Conklin, 27 yards in that zone. Patriots secondary sucks in zone. It's those middle linebackers they can't guard. And again, they do not have a coverage safety on the fucking team. Marte Mapu, I don't know where that guy plays. I don't know what position he plays, Bobby. I just see number 15 running around fast as hell everywhere, but I'm not sure if he's ever where he's supposed to be. Certainly not in the middle of the field. I've never seen him make one play in the middle of the field where a safety's supposed to make a play. Perfect example, Conklin, 27 yards. I mean, he had the Sea of Gibraltar to catch that fucking ball.
I've been under the impression he's basically playing like a linebacker, that he's not really a safety.
He's like that hybrid linebacker that he's just play both.
Yeah, Hawkins was the over-the-top safety in that game.
It'd be a good assumption, seeing as they don't have any safeties. Hawkins is not a safety. He should be on the street. We move on. We've got the Patriots' ninth drive. Here's where it gets interesting for me, offensively and defensively. Nice long drive. First of the second two long drives the Patriots have to win this game. You've got a roughing the passer call for 15 yards on what was a flea flicker screen. Talk about creativity from AVP. Haven't seen many flea flicker screens that go for 9 yards, but then they get the 15-yard tacked on what I thought was a weak pass interference or a roughing the passer call. But sure, we'll take it.
Well, like Bobby says, we haven't been getting those calls, so it's nice to get that once in a while.
I guess that was
agreed.
A terrible call and a ridiculously bad flea flicker. I was like,
hey, at least he has it in him, man.
I was like, oh, flea flicker screen. To Austin Hooper, who fell forward for 9 yards. Okay, sure.
They're empty in the mag to try and win that game.
Second 11 pass dropped by Boutte. The announcer is pissing me off with how he pronounces his name. How is he announcing his name, Raymond?
Boutte.
Boutte.
Boutte. Another drop by Boutte. I'm like, dude, it's Boutte. Booty, pop it everywhere. Come on, dude. Booty, pop it everywhere.
Hunter Henry, your number one pass catcher on the season and this game, pick up on the first down. In the red zone, 3rd and 9. Pass to Tyquan Thornton for 13 yards. A little redemption there, who had a big drop early in the game, thrown from May.
He fought for that, too, that 13 yards. He fought hard.
He sure did. 2nd and goal, Brissett fumbles and recovers. 3rd and goal, pass to Bourne dropped. 4th and goal, field goal. So, a couple things with this. The fumble drop was the RPO, right?
It looked like he was
drive.
It was that, but it just looked like it slipped out of his hands. It wasn't like anything.
Well, it was an RPO. How dare you give credit to AVP in this program? How the fuck?
It was gonna be a walk-in touchdown if he didn't drop it.
Bullshit! There was a defender right there that was cleaned up the fumble. He was have to go one-on-one with the linebacker, Jacoby Brissett.
He was gonna hit stick him.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit stick him.
It looked like it would have been. It looked like he was going for the running back. It looked like it was a walk-in touchdown if he didn't fumble it.
Go look at it again. It's Jacoby Brissett. Someone's catching him. Newsflash: don't run RPOs with Jacoby Brissett, especially at the 2-yard line. What are you fucking nuts? And then don't follow it up with a fade to Kendrick Bourne on 3rd down. The worst play in the playbook ever. And then considering it's Kendrick Bourne, are you kidding me?
Bourne sucks.
I mean, 2 bad play calls in a row at the goal line there. They settle for the field goal. It's 17-16 Patriots. 7 or so minutes left. And then your defense, your stunted defense, gives up a almost 5-minute drive to the Jets, who march down the field. Marcus Jones gets mossed again, as you've put it. You've got a touchdown run from Braylon Allen. Then the Jets go for 2. It was 22-17. Your ineptitude of the Jets come back again. They go for 2. They get another delay of game. And instead of calling timeouts, where they had 2 or maybe 3 at the time.
They had 2. They had 2.
You've taken the lead with under 3 minutes left. It's 22-17. You're going for 2 to make it a 7-point game. The clock's running down on your play clock. And instead of calling timeout for the 2-point conversion, you take the penalty. Just call the fucking timeout. What are the chances this Patriots team is going to be able to go score a touchdown? Call a timeout, get the 2-point conversion. Instead, they run a nice slant play that would have worked from the 2. Didn't work from the 7.
Yeah.
And they don't get it. So your ineptitude is coming up. I hear you boys on that, but still, you got to give the Patriots credit for this last one. 10th drive, Big catch by Henry to start the drive from the 30-yard line. Huge drop by Kendrick Bourne yet again.
Surprise, yeah.
3rd and 9, 2-minute
Punt.
warning. Go ahead, Bobby. Your delay is fucking killing me, but go ahead.
I just called him a cunt.
Oh.
I'm glad we waited for that. Jacoby Brissett proves Ray wrong. He runs for 14 yards to keep the drive alive. Receivers can't get shit. 3rd and 10. Boutte comes back with a big old catch at the 9-yard line, whatever that was, 30+. Jets defense blows, I guess. I mean, come on, give him a little credit. Jacoby Brissett hung in there for that too. Watching that playback, I don't know what that Jets defender was doing going after Brissett, but he had a clean path to lay him out and kind of fell at his legs. Left him Brissett to make the throw. I don't know what the fuck was going on there. Then you get you get a slant to
Boutte.
There you go. You get a slant to Boutte. Could have been a touchdown. They called it no touchdown. 4th and goal, 25 seconds left. Power run. Rhamondre Stevenson, 2nd of the game. Touchdown in. They get 2-point conversion to Stevenson again. 22 seconds. Thought for sure Patriots were going to blow it in that 22-second window. Miraculously, they did not.
We're not the Bears. That's for sure.
Thank you for that. So there you go. There's your recap. There's your Rays recap. We'll tighten that up for next show. We'll have that ready.
Yeah, I'll edit it so then we can have the PowerPoint presentation for you.
Yeah. So cool. Just dipping into just take the pros and the cons from the game. Pros and cons from Chief Bobby. Still not as crappy as the Jets. The Patriots and the Jets season. Probably right on that. Same Jets who went all in, quote unquote, with Devontae Adams trade and placating Hassan Reddick. Errors and ineptitude take a win from the Jets. Pats show a little guile, winning the game-winning 70-yard touchdown drive. Patriots played a relatively clean game with no turnovers, were able to make the ball move to win the game. Brissett played well in relief of Drake Maye. Bobby, your take.
Yeah, I agree. There was a response. They came out on the field and were able to get the win there. I think we kind of we already went through the summation of the parts, but what I do think we need to talk about is that there was a response. That the team did show that they never quit. They were always in that game, even though they kind of had reasons to quit.
Are you going to tell me, Ray, that you don't think there was a response from Mayo calling the team soft? And look, on Thursday's show, we said it's been very quiet down there in Gillette. It was real loud after that loss in London, and then they got real quiet all the way to the game. And then they came out there and they beat a team that they should not have beat. Period. I mean, I get the Jets blow. Aaron Rodgers is a douche. Aaron Rodgers quote after the game, "I've been in the darkness. You have to make peace with it." An overwhelming tool, as Bobby put it. He sucks. And the Jets are a walking virus of a football franchise, but they're still better than you, and you won.
But you play any other team in the NFL week 8, do you think you pull out that win?
Maybe the Titans or the Panthers.
Few,
they're not good. I'm not saying they're good, but
I'm just saying. I mean, but I think they're still a soft team. I think they're still making.
Who fucking cares? I'm talking about right now, this week, this win, this game.
They're still soft. They're still soft at pussies.
Okay. Observation: the Patriots responded to their coach's criticism. They didn't quit on the team at any point. Defense was better against the run on 3rd down. Gave up 112 yards, 4 yards per attempt, 3.96. If you ask Coach Mayo, 3.96.
So 4, because we always round up. So he gave 4.
We round up
per
on the
carry.
simple mind sports,
3.96.
4. So that's a lot.
Forced the Jets to a 4 and 10 on 3rd down. The defense did enough to win the game. No pressure up front. Still good enough in the kicking game. Offensive line seemed like a non-issue. 180 from the Jets last game. So yeah, I mean that's a response. Your response comes in calling a team soft in the trenches. Your offensive line, your defensive line, and both of those units showed up today. Especially the offensive line. I mean, the run game for the Patriots was not great, 2.5 yards per carry. But when they needed it, they got it with Stevenson, and the pass protection was, dare I say, good.
If you eliminate Drake Maye's rushing and Brissett's rushing, what would the average be after that?
I don't know, 2.2. Don't know. Do the fucking math. We're rounding up.
I think it was still the 2 point something per carry. Yeah.
2.4 carry was Rhamondre Stevenson. It wasn't the whole team.
Oh.
So suck my balls, Ray. Fucking.
Nope. You speak about
panel.
Yeah, you want to talk about douchey interviews after the game? Did you see Brissett's?
It seemed like he was a little bit anxious to get back in there and play.
No, he was very finger pointing, saying, "I don't listen to you guys. If I listened to you guys, I would have retired." Something along those lines, not word for word, but basically calling out the media for saying how bad he sucks.
Well, that's what you'll get with a team that does blow, and he does suck. But you know what he doesn't suck at? Being a backup quarterback. Jacoby Brissett is the best backup quarterback. Maybe second to Brian Hoyer. He's just he's a big black Brian Hoyer.
Jameis Winston would like to have a conversation with you, Richard.
Jameis Winston is a starting.
He loves to come in and win that game.
Fine. Jameis Winston is a first round pick who should be a starting quarterback in the league, but his brain won't let him. Jacoby Brissett is the epitome of a backup quarterback. We knew this going into the game, and that's the perfect spot for him to come in. He could have the same exact stat line next game if he starts. The same exact one, probably with an interception or a fumble in there. He gets worse the more times you play. But parachute him into a game where not a lot is expected of him, he'll hero ball a thing.
So if he's the starter, or pronounced the starter, not pronounced, but given the starting role for Sunday's game, you think he's going to come out and lay an egg against the Titans?
Faux show.
I think it's different because he's not the established starter. He won't have that same pressure. But as a backup quarterback without the pressure, he performs better.
Yeah, I think that's clear. Speaking of the quarterback situation, Drake Maye leaves with a concussion. Helmet to helmet hit on the scramble prior to leaving the game was effective. No need to have him on the field. I don't know what the fuck that says, Bobby. Your thought on the concussion from Drake Maye? A lot being made of the hit. I don't.
How did they even not notice it after that scramble? And I mean, he said he wanted to keep playing. So when did they pull him aside? Did he have like symptoms or something?
The NFL is supposed to have a team.
I'm not certain what happened. Honestly, I didn't.
God fucking damn it!
God, Bobby, you got to stop fucking going in your parking lot looking for that male whore. God damn it!
It's just eyeballing the whole side of the room. Look, the NFL is supposed to have a team of doctors that are looking for concussion symptoms on the sideline. So maybe they caught him when he came to the sideline. I don't know. As Bobby puts it, he's a blockhead normally, so maybe his baseline should be low enough to help him get out of concussion protocol.
You'd think. You would think.
That's like in the lie detector test when you just keep a nail or a tack in your foot, so all of your answers are spiked. If Drake Maye's overall cognitiveness is just so low that a concussion is not going to affect it, we should see him next week. Hopefully. Bobby?
5, 4, 3.
That would be great if that's the case. We need him so we can actually possibly go 3-6, because I don't think that Jacoby Brissett could do it. And 3-6 sounds so nice, doesn't it?
Lastly, here, let's give you haters a chance to really pile on. The wide receivers, the biggest negative story out of this game for sure. After lots of talk during the week. About how the best hands in the league. We saw Polk out with a quote-unquote concussion himself.
What?
Concussion. And then we saw 6 drops on the day. Boutte with several of them. Thornton with a big one. Kendrick Bourne apparently caught the poke or whatever the hell disease that kid has because he can't catch a goddamn thing.
Mm-hmm.
Where was Demario Douglas? Where is Demario Douglas this game? He had a screen pass and a late reception there. Wide receivers blow for this team. Is this what we should expect of them, or are they better than that, Bobby?
3, 2, 1.
I think that they're a little bit better than that. I don't listen. Douglas still actually played 60% of the snaps, but I think that was just Drake Maye being out of the game, which made it look as bad as they did. They still had some drops. Like I said in there, Thornton and Boutte at least actually they made amends on the final drive, caught some passes. I think Boutte is a player. He actually gets open. He seems like a good player. He is a tard, but that's fine. We'll take it. But I think that they should trade away Bourne. He sucks, and just roll with the kids that they got. Roll with them.
Well, with the Uche news today that they traded them to the Chiefs for a 6th-round pick, Patriots are open for business, and no one is off the table. Of course, probably Drake Maye is off the table, but they say they're open for business and let the trading begin.
Sell.
Stack those late round picks.
You can't sell them all. Like Hunter Henry would probably get you a 5th round or something, but you can't get rid of Hunter Henry. There has to be some pillar of professionalism and NFL quality players in the locker room. Like you just can't tank the season, especially after a win. So Bourne's a good one. The guy's been in the trading block since he got here. So dump him. I'm fine with that. Play the kids, see what you got, start building towards something. 3 or 4 wins is back on the table. We were talking about 1-16 last week, and they threw that right in your face, Ray, with a nice little win right there. Nice little win.
Do you want to go through our record prediction after week 8?
No, we've actually run out of time.
Why? It's actually pretty spot on.
So we will. No, okay, fine. Take your third. Go ahead from the ledger.
Right. Something tells me Ray had him at 2-6.
No, Bobby, after 8 weeks, had him at 2 wins. 3 wins. Sorry, he had him at 3-5.
They should be at 3.
Rich had them also at 3-5, and I'm the only one that had him at 1 win. So yeah, you guys are pretty spot on, pretty close.
Our average is there, and they should
1 win off.
1,000% have 3 wins. Either Seattle or Miami should have.
Miami definitely should have been that win. That's 3rd win.
So technically, our analysis was spot on. They should have 100% beaten the Seahawks and be 3-5.
Yep.
Exactly.
Fucking 2-2.
All right. Well, vibes are better down there. They actually got a victory Monday. The first under Gerard Mayo's tenure. They got Monday off, so they're not working today. We are. You're welcome.
Congrats to Drake Maye for his first win.
Drake Maye got his first win with Jacoby Brissett leading the team to
a win.
4th quarter game-winning touchdown. Good for you, Drake.
That's how you do it in the NFL, baby.
Fake it till you make it, son. All right, this has been a Silver Sports Show. Snapshot, Patriots recap. Week 8 win against the Jets, 25-22. We'll see you live Thursday night, 8 p.m. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. That's it. Join us. Tell your friends. Tell your mothers.
Your mother's ass.